everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So for today's video, I am going to be using products from Kiara Sky, specifically their Flex Gel and their brand new Cover Gelly tips. So I do have a full video where I showed the entire collection of their new Cover Gelly tips. I will be leaving the link to that video up in the cards, that way you can check that video out, especially if you haven't seen it yet. They have so many new Cover Gelly tips available. When I first applied them, I used the regular step number 3 builder gel, but I did really want to try using their Flex Gel as well. This is another one of their new launches. They launched it a while back though, but basically you can use it for a lot of different purposes, such as applying jelly tips, but you can also use this Flex Gel to mold and create 3D nails and other things, such as mixing in chrome, glitter, and all different sorts of things that you can imagine. My personal favorite to use this Flex Gel product though is to adhere jelly tips, and I was just really excited today to try it, using it to apply their Cover Gelly tips. So I'm going to be trying a different length. I'm using the short square today. In a previous video, I did use a medium square, so I just wanted to try out a different length and just style for you guys. So I chose to use one of a kind. It is a beautiful nude color, and I just thought it was so perfect to create a fall themed nail set. So I will be using those today along with applying them with Flex Gel. But let's jump in here and do some quick nail prep. Keep in mind, this is just for educational purposes. This is the prep that I like to do when applying Gel X nails, soft gel nails, etc. So when I do this for my toenails, I can get my nails to last months. So I'm just showing you the prep steps here. That way you can follow along if you aren't if you're having troubles with your Gel X nails or soft gel extensions not lasting as long as you want them to. So I feel like one of the most crucial things when it comes to prepping is definitely the dead cuticle, especially the dead cuticle that is on your natural nail plate. So I take a cuticle pusher, I push that back, I scrape up any dead cuticle, and then I personally do like to go in with a cuticle drill bit. Using this one here, I believe it is a diamond barrel. I don't really know the special names for drill bits, but it will be linked in the description box below. This drill bit is from Kiara Sky, also my e-file as well. I do quickly want to mention that you can use discount code Nailedbybrandi10 to save money off your Kiara Sky purchases, which I will be leaving down below along with all other items that I am using today. But I also went in with that and kind of just cleaned up the dead cuticle a little bit more. I'm really focusing on the natural nail plate, and I also want to mention that I did keep my drill on a very low speed of around 3,000 to 4,000 RPM, and I'm just using a very delicate and light hand when I was doing that. I'm also taking some cuticle nippers here just to kind of clean up the dead cuticle. I feel like this isn't really necessary unless it fully is touching on your natural nail plate. I knew in the beginning I was super afraid to use these cuticle nippers. I still am, but I feel a little bit more comfortable with it. If you still are afraid of these cuticle nippers, you can use a cuticle ball bit, which allows you to go on your skin and clean up that cuticle without needing to use nippers. So once I was finished with that, I am now taking a buffer to remove the shine from my natural nails. You can of course also use a sanding band to do this. You can also use a hand file, but I'm just using a buffer here to lightly go over the nail surface to remove that shine. I'm being very gentle with this. You don't want to really file your natural nail plate to thin it out. You really do just want to remove the shine. Once I was finished with that, I brushed away all of the nail dust, and now I am taking step number 1, which is the prep, and this is my dehydrator. So I'm applying a layer of this to all of the nails. This is an air dry product, and when it does air dry, it will dehydrate your natural nails. Next, taking step number 2, which is the primer, I'm again applying a layer of this to all of the nails, and this is going to prime my nails and allow for a better adhesion. If you are struggling with lifting, I always like to recommend applying 2 coats of the primer. It can definitely really save you and help your nail sets last without having any lifting. Once I was finished with step number 2, I'm now taking step number 3, which is the builder, and I am using this as my base coat. Now, of course, you can just use a regular base coat. You don't have to use the builder as your base coat, but I just applied a thin layer of this to all of the nails and cured for 30 seconds. Off camera, I went in with a peel off base coat, but just again, keep that in mind. I will be popping these nails off. If you want them to last, just totally do not apply a peel off base coat. I'm now going in here and sizing out the nail tips. Like I said, I'm using these Cover Gelly tips. They have so many more shapes and lengths. They also have a bunch of different colors available. Like I said, I showed the entire collection in another video that you can definitely check out. My 2 favorites is this shade here, One of a Kind, and the Valentine shade. The Valentine is a little bit more of a mauvey pink color, and then this one is more kind of like a mauvey brown tone, which I think is absolutely perfect color for fall. I also really like the length and the shape of these nails. It is a short square, and I think they are so perfect. The length is just, I don't know, it was just flawless on my hands. I thought it was a really cute length, and it still allowed a lot of room for me to do nail art as well. So after I sized those out, I completely skipped over the prepping of the jelly tips because, like I said, I don't make my nail sets last because I do have to remove them to film more content. But if I were wanting these nails to last, I would definitely go in and prep the jelly tips. To do so, I personally like to do both methods of prepping. The first method is etching with a sanding band, just etching the inside of the nail, just like removing the shine from your natural nail. And then the second method is actually taking primer and scrubbing that into the nail bed surface. I like doing both when I do prep just because I feel like both go hand in hand and really just help each other out and give a better adhesion to the nails. Like I said, I skipped over that, but if you do want your nails to last, make sure you do not skip that step. So I'm jumping right in here and just taking that Flex Gel product. I do have a video specifically on this Flex Gel as well. I love it. I think it is one of the best solid glue gels that I've used. Using it again here, even for these Cover Gelly tips, it just made things a lot easier. I didn't really have to hold the nails in place. This Flex Gel is really the perfect consistency where you can mold it to the nail's surface and then press it down onto your natural nail, just like you would if you were using like a builder in a bottle. And then you don't have to hold the nail tip while curing. It's super easy, very beginner friendly. If you do really love doing gel extensions, full cover nail tips, and you're struggling a little bit with the builder in the bottle just because it is more of a liquid, highly recommend checking out a solid glue gel, specifically this Flex Gel here. I don't get any heat spikes whatsoever with this product. I also feel that it is just really a good formula. I am a little bummed though that the container is so small, even though I still have the first one that I opened up. I'm still using the first one. I'm hoping they do come out with a larger one though, just because I believe it's only like a 5-gram container, which doesn't have much product in it, especially if you're using it to like over and over again on all 10 fingers, or even if you're using it to create other things such as 3D designs. It is a very small container, which is one thing I don't like about it. But I do hope in the future that they come out with a larger container or even colors as well. I think that would be super nice to pair with their clear cover jelly or their clear jelly tips. That way you could have a nail bed color and easily create a French tip. I think that would be super nice, but I do really love this product. Like I said, it makes things so easy when applying the nails. I just scoop some out, press it into the nail tip like you see me doing here, Keep in mind, you don't want to touch this product with your skin. You don't want to touch any uncured gel with your skin. So wearing a glove, it's super nice. You can just touch it with your hands. It is a non-stick formula. You can also use a tool such as a cuticle pusher to help push it down. You also don't really have to push it down. It's just a personal preference because I do find it a little bit easier if I do that. But once I do that, I place it onto my natural nail. I try to start at the cuticle and then just press it down until everything is covered. These cover jelly tips will cure, by the way. I mentioned that when I actually showed these jelly tips. They will definitely cure. They are made out of a soft gel, and the actual color is transparent, so the gel or the light will reach through and completely cure the gel, so you do not need to worry about it. You don't need to question yourself, are these going to cure because they're colored? They are specifically made for this perfect purpose to be applied with gel. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to worry about it. I never have any issues when doing my flash cure. I do a little bit of a longer flash cure, about 25 to 30 seconds. And then once all of the nails were applied, I did do a full 60-second cure just to make sure everything was cured. And again, no need to worry. These gel tips are specifically made for curing gel. So they do have a transparent finish to them, and the light will shine through and completely cure your gel. Once I was all cured, I had all the nails on. I'm just doing a little bit of quick filing and buffing. I sealed the cuticle with my favorite 5-in-1 drill bit. I filed the free edge just to make sure everything was crisp and straight. And then I'm also taking my buffer to remove the shine from the surface. That way when I go in with my gel, everything adheres properly. I did remove all of the nail dust, and now I'm ready for my nail design. So like I said, I'm going to be doing a fall themed nail set. Super excited for fall and Halloween, and I'm going to be using these gel pods. I pulled out the brown, the white, and also kind of like a beigey nude color. I will be using all three of those along with the Kiara Sky nail art brushes, and the combo with these gel pods and the brushes, oh my goodness, I feel like they help my nail art so much. Using these products compared to cheaper quality products, there is a huge difference with my nail art. I felt like today I really didn't struggle with doing nail art. I was actually scared to do French tips today because I knew I wanted to do 2 French tips, and I feel like when it comes to French tips, I always struggle because the first one, it turns out good, but once I get to the second one on the same nail set, I struggle so much, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate. Trying to get the perfect match, making them sisters or making them twins instead of sisters is very difficult for me. So using these products definitely did help, even though I still did struggle a little bit with making the French tips the exact same, and I'm sure they aren't the exact same, but I did try my best, and using these products, it just really helped me because just the quality is there. I'm sure a lot of you guys know, I mean, thinking back to when I was using just Amazon products which is no problem at all. I still use products from Amazon. I love using any type of nail products, so I'm not really like talking down lower quality products, but it is just a big difference when you kind of splurge a little bit and get yourself something nice, and then you kind of compare it to other products that you have used. Again, I want to clarify, if you cannot afford these types of products, there is no harm in that whatsoever. You can still be bougie on a budget. I mean, checking out Temu, Amazon, getting your nail supplies from there, it is really no harm whatsoever. You can still find amazing products on there and still really create beautiful nails. I did just want to mention that. I didn't want anyone to think that those products are terrible or bad or that you can't use them. You definitely can. And if you watched my videos, I'm sure you guys know that I also love using those types of products, especially because you can kind of feel a little bit more about being bougie on a budget. So I did my French tip using the Going Nuts, which is the brown color. I did my first coat of that where I did the smile line, I filled that in, I cured for 30 seconds, and then for my second coat here, I kind of did like a TikTok nail hack or just a French tip nail hack, and instead of just filling in the French tip, I went above the French tip to make sure the French tip was smooth, and then I'm just using the same brush and a little bit of isopropyl alcohol and cleaning up the smile line. That was definitely a really good hack. I liked using that. It made the French tip just look a little bit cleaner and like covered completely with the color. I didn't really have any sparse areas. I did cure that for 30 seconds as well. Moving on to the next nail here, I am going to be doing a plaid nail. So I'm starting off with the beige color, drawing a line directly down the nail but off to the right hand side. I will cure that and then I will go in with the rest of my lines. I feel like there really isn't much to explain here. You guys know a plaid nail, kind of just a flannel basically. So I'm just going in with some different lines, up and down, side to side, and I will be using all of the three colors, so the beige, the brown, and also the white for every line. Once I have it where I like it and I think it looks straight and crisp, I will do a 30-second cure before moving on to the next line, especially because I am overlapping lines. Another thing I want to say, if you don't get the gel pods or all of the nail art brushes, I do highly recommend the extra long liner brush, the one I'm using here. I feel like it is really nice, especially if you struggle with nail art. The brush is just really good quality. It's super long and really just making French tips, it was a lot easier. And doing this plaid nail here, I was really able to get super crisp lines and I did really love that. For the ring finger, this is going to be my second French tip nail. Like I said, I struggled a little bit trying to make it perfect and match the first French tip I did, which wasn't super hard. I feel like it isn't absolutely perfect, but when doing French tips, I feel like that's pretty much my biggest worry when doing multiple of them, just because I feel like once I have the first one down, it looks good, but when I get to the second one, I try to match it, and that's where the problems come. But again, just like the first one, I did the smile line, I filled it in, and then I cured for 30 seconds, and then I did that hack again where I just covered the entire French tip and then wiped away the remaining brown color to clean up and really create that perfect smile line. Once I had that all wiped away, I did a 30-second cure. I'm just going to go ahead and let the rest of this play out, and then I will hop back on once it comes time to do the pinky nail. I really hope you guys are enjoying the video. If you are enjoying, haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you subscribe. Give the video a like, it really helps me out a lot, and if you're feeling generous, leave a comment below. For the pinky nail, I'm going to be doing a glitter nail. So using this Diamond FX gel, which is Starlight, it was the most perfect like bronzy brown color. And I am going to be using this color on the pinky and just doing a full glitter nail. And then I will also be taking this brown and adding a little bit of this glitter into the other nails, such as the French tips and the plaid design as well, just to kind of tie the nail set together and also add a little bit of glitter to those other nails. This is a beautiful color. I really love this one. I thought it was more of a gold, but I was so happy that it wasn't because I felt like it was really the perfect glitter to match with this nail set. It also has a super beautiful reflect in the sunlight and under low lighting with my phone's flash. I did add a clip of it shining towards the end of the video, so stick around to see that. I painted one coat. It only needed one coat. It is a super thick gel because of all of the glitter packed into it. But I did one coat on the pinky, cured for 30 seconds, and then I put some out on my palette using that same extra long liner brush. I'm just going in here and adding a little bit of glitter. So for both French tip nails, I just go and create a glitter smile line. I add an extra line to the plaid nail, and that's pretty much it for the nail set. So I just cure that, and then I'll come back once it's time to apply the top coat. Once I was finished with the little finishing touches of glitter, I'm now taking a layer of the non-wipe top coat, applying that to all of the nails and curing for 30 seconds. After the top coat was cured, I actually did do my thumbnail off camera. For that, I just did another French tip nail. You can check out that tutorial over on my Instagram. I'm finishing off the nail set with some cuticle oil, so I applied that, rubbed that in to nourish my cuticles, and of course, like I always say, top off the nail set. And here is the finished look of these nails. I love them so much. They definitely give cozy weather and just like flannel and fall. I love them. I think they're so cute. You can really do this with any color though. So maybe if you want to use a maroon, an orange, a red, even a pink, a blue, yellow, you can do this design so many different colors. I love the way this turned out though. I'm really feeling like I'm going to be into brown colors once I start doing more fall nails. I don't know, brown nails are really just standing out to me. I feel like they just scream fall to me and just really give that cozy vibe. So expect to see a lot of brown. It may change, but at this moment, I'm really loving like browns and nudes. I think they're absolutely gorgeous colors and just perfect for fall nails. I do really love how I had the accents of glitter in there. I like how that pinky nail is just a full glitter nail. I think it really elevated the nail set. I also feel like I did a really good job on my nail art today. It was definitely a good day for doing some French tips and a plaid nail design. I can't wait for all of the other fall and Halloween nail sets to come. Super excited. If you are interested in any products that I did use and or mention, check the link down below in the description box. If you want to see more about the cover jelly tips, definitely check out the video linked up in the cards. And again, I do highly recommend the Flex Gel. It is a super beginner friendly product. But as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.